Pyranha Kayaks Firecracker. And this size is the 242. You can barely see it, which is a medium. This will be available in a small, medium, large, but I think they're getting away from the S, M, L on these. It'll be back to the old school numbers, kind of like a throwback to the old In the Zone. I think there was an In the Zone 242. Well, this is the Firecracker 242. So what is the Firecracker? Well, the Firecracker is one of these boats that Piranha is trying to find that gap, and you thought the Ripper might be too long and you didn't like having that long half slice feel. This boat will bridge that gap between the Ozone and Ripper, and I think that's exactly what this thing does. It's a short river running half slice. So I'll get into the specs for y'all real quick. The overall length, which I did measure it, so I know that it's 7'11", so it's right under 8 feet in length, which is 242 centimeters. And the width is 26 inches wide in its widest point here. The boat weight comes in at 41 pounds. And from what I'm seeing, suggested weight after paddling this, probably gonna be around about 140 to maybe 190 or 200 on the medium on this 242. When I measured the stern rocker, I was a little over 8, so about 8 1/4 to 8 1/2. And bow rocker looked to be about 13 inches. I won't go over the outfitting much. This is the Stout 2 outfitting. If you've seen any of the Piranha Ripper or Scorches or anything like that, that's exactly what it has. Rotomolded bulkhead down in the bow there. The seat pan that's adjustable right here. Thigh braces are adjustable. You can put thigh hookers in here and ratcheted back band. There you go. That's all the outfitting. So it's the Stout 2 outfitting. Nothing new on that. One thing you can look at, look, there's no drain plug on this. Piranhas, I think they've just got rid of drain plugs outside creek boats. So no drain plug, nice aluminum handles. Always good to have nice handles. Check out this graphic. I do like that they're doing something a little different. It's a little hard to read. I would have liked to seen it a little easier to read. I don't know, you guys leave in a comment what you think of this graphic. Check these little things out. I know you're probably wondering what these are. These are the buttons that holds the screw head. If you lift up on it, you can kind of see there's a screw head. Dagger uses these, but Dagger wasn't the first. I've seen them on touring boats. They've been around on a lot of boats. It runs the screw down in there. Nice texturing all around. It has a nice kind of sandblasted texturing. I like that texturing on it. Spot right here. This is good for clipping into, security tying down right there. It's their Ripper style cockpit rim. They did add a hole back here for drainage and 2 holes up here. And this boat was pretty easy to shoulder drain. I had been doing some paddling in it and I could shoulder drain it pretty easy with no problem. There's a texturing all up under the rim. So there's a good texturing to hold the spray skirt on. And look what they did back here on these cutouts. This is kind of like what they did with a Scorch. And I like that Piranha's doing this with their boats because that cutout actually serves as a function for loading when you need to load up on there. But it's got enough rocker that it keeps that tail out of the water. Pretty cool that they did that. And that cutout is also in the bow. This bow to me, from here up, kind of reminds me of a mini Scorch is how I kind of described it. I will have a full on-water review talking about how this bow performs, but I really like how this area right here to right here performs. This is all textured up here. Aluminum grab handle up here. These 2 little things, and I don't know if I like looking at these. You guys leave in the comments what you think about these 2 little dots up here. I don't know if you need 2 of them. One of them might be okay, and you definitely should recess them down a little deeper so it doesn't break those tops off. But I mean, it kind of looks kind of cool. It's a conversation piece up here that you always wonder what the heck is under there. Well, there you go. That's the outfitting and the deck walkthrough. Let me roll it over and let's check out the hull. I like the fact that they did that fade in bulkhead screws right there. Runs out. It's a very tapered profile coming down. Look at this taper coming down on the sidewall here. Let's go ahead and roll it on over and check out the hull completely. If you look, this hull is very similar to the Ozone hull, but the Ozone has a very hard has a higher edge transition from here to here. This is like sloping, so this makes this one more river runish because the way that edge isn't as sharp and isn't come down. This thing is very smooth for coming off rocks, the way that edge transitions around. Fades out up here and it looks very Scorchous up here. So this is like kind of like the Scorch, has the deep wave deflectors that run all the way around right there. Keeps that bow nice and dry. That's nothing new to Piranha. They have this on the Scorch, they have it on the Rippers, and it's not as narrow as the Ripper. It's as wide as the Scorch when you compare them. Going on down, you can kind of see how that transition edge, and then it gets flat it flattens out and it's like an ozone from here on back. And it also has that ozone, which is kind of like started with an endozone, this cutaway here. And I think that helps keeping that tail locked in on its front surfs right there. This thing front surfs like a dream. It's not flat, it's like has a rail in the middle of it. I like that they put that rail inside the cutout, which kind of helps it hold its edge a little more. It's really flat, and these rails run all the way out right here. You guys leave in the comments what you think of this hull, because I like this hull. It's kind of like its own little like Ripper meets Ozone meets Scorch technically. I'll let you know how cold it still is out here. It's cold out here right now. That still has not thawed out. All right, everybody, that's all I got on the Pyranha Kayaks Firecracker 242, by the way. Leave in the comments below what you think about this design, if it's something that you think you would want to pick up. Let's get to paddling. Woo!